thought Marcus just played a great game, period. And, you know, we've talked about it before, like, you know, Marcus has had his ups and downs, but Marcus on this stage and with his consistent work ethic and with his competitive spirit, you really trust that good things will happen. And so we trust in him, and he did a great job tonight on both ends on anybody that he was assigned to.
You know, I tried to use my speed and my quickness against him and just kind of get up under him and make him play on his heels.
You think you got him at a good time, though, defensively?
I think I did. You know, it was a crucial moment for our team that, you know, we needed stops. And, you know, I just gave it everything I had on the defensive end and just made sure that, you know, he didn't beat us and try to make somebody else.
I can't describe it. I mean, you give Marcus Smart an assignment, he's probably going to get it done, no matter who he's playing against. He's a hell of a competitor, and you need guys like that to win in the playoffs. And he played an unbelievable game tonight.
The Celtics win a vital Game 4, 104-95. Despite Paul Millsap's historic evening, Isaiah Thomas and Marcus Smart took over down the stretch. Let's talk about it here on the Garden Report, powered by SeatGeek on CLNS Radio and Celtics Blog.
Yes, I'm the boss.
Welcome to the show. I am Jared Weiss. I am surrounded and engorged with Kevin O'Connor and Sam Packard. We got the Facebook Live feed going on over there. Jeremy Karpf is behind the camera. We've got really bright lights pointing at us in a very dark stadium right now. The Celtics pulled off I guess I can't really call it a comeback because it wasn't that big of a deficit, but yeah, it felt like a comeback.
They were down 16 in the third quarter.
That's true. So yeah, I guess it is the same thing. But the Celtics played against Paul Millsap on one of the biggest nights, really in recent NBA history. He was the second player in the last 30 years to have 45 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Hakeem Olajuwon, only other guy that's pulled that off in the last 30 years. That's right, basketball reference, thank you. He saved my life. So they found a way to slow him down by putting Marcus Smart, of all people, on him one-on-one. They didn't really even double that much. It was really just Marcus guarding him one-on-one. Marcus got nice and low, pushed him in the ass a lot. It got him out of position. Paul had a couple fadeaways, shots over Marcus that I think he airballed like 2 of them. Just everything worked perfectly there, and that allowed the Celtics to come back. Kevin, is that the best move, really, coaching move that Stevens has ever pulled off?
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit funny after the game. Evan Turner said that they allowed 45 to Milsap, and Marcus Smart kept him from getting to 50, and you got to put that in the paper. That's what Evan Turner said to the media. And he's right, though, because Marcus Smart was tremendous this game from start to finish. But really, his best impact tonight was on Paul Millsap, because the Celtics needed stops on him. Nobody else could stop him tonight. Jay Crowder couldn't stop him. Mayor Johnson couldn't stop him. Jared Sullinger. But Marcus Smart, with his ability to get low, push Paul Millsap out from the paint, really set the tone for the Celtics down the stretch.
Not to crap on the entire party, but to quote Brad Stevens, I think Millsap was a little bit tired at the end of the game because he had just scored 45 points. So I think that helped a little bit. But Marcus Smart was tremendous because you're right. In the first kind of 36 to 40 minutes of that game, Millsap was dominating the post, he was dominating the mid-range, and he was even hitting spot-up threes. So the Celtics really did not have an answer for him. And for some reason, Marcus Smart just denying him, just not letting him get position and kind of denying post entry, did a tremendous job and allowed the Celtics to claw back into the game and make up that 16-point deficit.
You would see when Millsap was roaming around the high post area, Marcus would be like literally just like squatting down and shoving his entire body weight into Millsap to try to push him out of position. It was incredible. I mean, he left everything out there. I think if Millsap was a little less tired, he probably would have pulled the chair on him a couple times and sent Marcus sprawling, which Marcus probably would have done a backflip and landed it as a way to flop out of that play. But it was incredible to see that they couldn't really make the adjustment. I mean, they put Marcus on him about 8 minutes in. With 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Atlanta never really made an adjustment to counteract that move.
Yeah, I mean, they did try to post up Millsap, and I think Budenholzer said after the game that took him out of their rhythm a little bit. They were forcing it to Millsap on the low post, thinking, oh yeah, he's got the size advantage of Marcus Smart, when really Smart is a strong dude for his size. I mean, pound for pound, he might be one of the strongest players in the NBA, which is why he's able to push Millsap out. So I think, in that sense, it was like Stevens and the Celtics threw a curveball at the Hawks that took them out of their rhythm, took them out of what they were doing so well, which was Millsap scoring from all levels of the floor. Instead, they were just putting him on the post and trying to get him to score there when really it wasn't as effective.
The thing that made this tonight what a transcendent Marcus Smart performance was he did everything on the defensive end, but then he also had an impact on the offensive end. There was that one point in the fourth quarter where he scored 8 consecutive points. He had a baseline dunk and then hit 2 consecutive threes. And if Marcus Smart's going to be the second leading scorer after Isaiah, that's going to be tremendously helpful for the Celtics moving forward because Jay Crowder's not 100% and they're without Avery Bradley. So if Marcus Smart can be that second best player on the floor, the Celtics have a legitimate chance of winning this series.
Well, Marcus Smart had a plus 24 differential. Isaiah Thomas a plus 21. We're going to come back for part 2 and talk more about what Isaiah and Marcus did offensively in that incredible fourth quarter run. We're here on the Garden Report, powered by SeatGeek on CLNS Radio and Celtics blog. Before we go, SeatGeek is the best place to get tickets for Game 6. Use the code CelticsBeat for a $20 rebate on SeatGeek. Get those tickets for Game 6, and we'll see you at the game. You can let me know where you're sitting, and I'll wave to you because I'll probably be too busy to come over and say hi. So go to SeatGeek and use the code CelticsBeat. We'll be right back on part 2 of the Garden Report.
This team's not, one of our most redeeming qualities as a team is the guys are really. They're fighters. They never give up. They play to the end, even in games where we didn't really have it. They've done that. I mean, we saw it a couple weeks ago against Miami. We even saw it on Tuesday night. We got killed at the start, but then we could never chip away at the lead. But we kept defending and kept playing the whole night. So that's one thing that they're going to play, and you hope you make enough shots, and you hope you can go on some defensive stop runs to get back in it.